guys, Eli here with Ancestral Recall. Guess what, yo? I got a new setup. I'm here in KSA. I got a decent apartment. I got a decent salary. I've got plenty of time to work on my show. So we're going to be back in a regular rotation schedule starting later this week. I've got some awesome news, as you can see back here. I've got a modest green screen setup. It's not the best in the world, but it's certainly a darn sight better than what I had before. There's probably a little bit of schmutz here on my chin. Well, we're going to get that worked out. There's probably some crazy stuff on my head. Well, yeah, that's going to happen. My hat looks partially like it's not in existence, I bet, because this is newfangled stuff to me. But I'm really excited. I'm super excited to be sharing this with you guys going forward. The next episode of Ancestral Recall, number 48, is going to be dealing with Ice Age, Part 1, and I shot the footage already for that before all this was around me. So I'm kind of bummed out about that, but I've got it done and I want to get it out this week, so I'm going to finish editing that up. I'm at about the 2/3 mark there. But today, I had gathered some materials to get all this set up, and I'm super pumped that I got everything done. It's not perfect. I probably want to go out in a couple months and get a better version of it. But this will certainly do in the meantime. So anyway, just want to give you guys a quick update. 50th episode, I'm giving away a time twister. It's a Modo time twister from Vintage Masters. But it's still a way for me to give away a piece of Power 9 to celebrate my 50th anniversary. And that's cool. All you need to do with that is just leave a comment and like and share episode 51. Episode 51 is Alliances. I'm not doing a whole episode on Alliances. Why not a whole episode? I'm doing a whole episode on Alliances. I'm not breaking it into two, and I'm only breaking Ice Age into 2 parts, not 3 parts. Now you may say, Eli, you did Mirrodin 3 parts. Champions of Kamigawa 3 parts. Why is it that, under your new system, you're not doing 3 parts for large sets, especially a set as large as Ice Age? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because Ice Age doesn't have that many new mechanics. I mean, it has a couple of mechanics. They're not greatly implemented, but generally speaking, the first episode I like to spend on story, on the setup, on the major races, and I'll explain the mechanics and some of the critical cycles. Ice Age doesn't have a lot of critical cycles, aside from revamping the boon cycle from ABU. So I didn't have a lot to work with in that sense. And you guys know that I always try to put in bits about the story. Well, there are people like Evan Irwin and Wedge, and they do amazing work on the lore, amazing parts on the story. And I like to make sure that people have enough to just get a flavor, I think enough that you would get from just playing the cards. I wouldn't ask you to get the whole storyline from the novels and comics and everything else. That's a point of perspective in that my show is very set-focused, and I try to keep the information outside the set, on the set, to a minimum. Yes, I'll talk about things that Wizards has said about it, but I don't want to get too much into externals. What else am I doing to improve my show? Well, I need a better microphone. I'm thinking maybe I might get one of the clippy things that Wedge uses. I'm thinking about getting more of a studio setup that I can put on a desk that Mr. Lu Bufu uses. Unfortunately, I live in a country where there isn't a lot of video tech. There's a couple reasons for that. I don't want to get too much into it, but there are certain religious perspectives on capturing human images that it runs afoul to what I want to do. On the other hand, karaoke mics, they've got tons of. People love singing here. And, that's great. I think it's awesome that they have a chance to sing. I believe it's one of the great forces that humanifies people. Okay, so anyway, I'm blathering for a long time, and you've heard me talk, and I think that you've probably seen some different photos flash by behind me, and you're probably sick and tired of me rambling, but you're going to say, oh, ooh, Eli, what are you going to put behind you next? All right, guys, that's it. I'm out.